Matt Meehan here for IrishBoxingCom. Lee Gormley, first off, congratulations on your latest win, stoppage win. Say must feel good to first get back out there, but every boxer kind of wants a stoppage, and you got one, so it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, wasn't with it. Best performance yet by far. Just really, really happy with it. Like I said before, like I'm quite self-critical, performance-wise. So after this one, obviously picked a few things I could do better, but to get the stoppage, after it was my seventh fight is yeah, sorry, not, I wouldn't say a relief as such, but yeah, as you say, every fighter wants to get the knockout on the record and then push on from there. Hopefully, plenty more to come.
You said that you're self-critical, like in terms of what is the self-criticism like? Is it just performance-wise? You look back at your fight after and you're kind of picking bits like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have done that better.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case for most fighters, to be honest. Like, but for me, like I watch so much boxing. I watch all my fights back straight after, just to pick things out, and all my coaches as well. They're very like analyzing the fights a lot. So for me, I do the same. And even now, like looking, I've only had like the seven pro fights, but looking back, like my first few, I don't like watching them because I always pick out things that I should have done far better there, I've done this, and but I think that's the case for most fighters. Like, but yeah, just I've learned to be a lot less self-critical. Like, but yeah, that performance, like I was very pleased with it, so there wasn't too much to pick out.
You were calling for a fight yesterday back in Belfast. You're obviously Northern Irish yourself. So it's kind of it's a homecoming kind of fight at the same time, but it's one and it's a big one that we've heard rumored, and then I think it was supposed to happen, and then I think something it didn't happen in the end, which is unfortunate. But now it's kind of looks like it's going into the works again for November. Paddy McCoy tweeted out, not tweeted out, but he Instagrammed that it's in the works. I'm obviously referring to you against Teo Allen. Could you just give us a bit of an update at all, if possible?
Yeah, it's a fight that's been sort of verbally agreed months ago, really. Like we've been in sort of early discussions for it for a while. Like there's no animosity or bad blood between us or nothing like that. It's just a good all Irish fight. It was brought up, months back, maybe the start of the year, and both of us wanted it. It would seem. It looked like we wanted it in like I think August time. There was talk of it happening. That didn't happen, so I had to go myself and get out, stay active. Sort of left me in limbo a bit, and then but I got out in August, luckily. But then just before that, the fight was brought up for the big one happening in September again, on the Crocker Donovan card. It was
Yeah,
sort of brought up for that, and like that would have been unreal. Like, and
massive. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, so yeah, Crocker Donovan 2, Windsor Park. That would have been a dream fight for me and for Teo, obviously. Like, but didn't happen, unfortunately. Probably got my hopes up a wee bit too much for that. But yeah, it fell through. Couldn't get on that yard. I got my hopes up a bit for it getting on that yard, but I sort of knew myself like it probably wouldn't have happened on that yard. Like, but looking now, like November, both sides won it. I tweeted it out message yesterday, sort of pushing things to try and get it over the line. For me as a fighter, like I just like to have the date in mind and have things sorted well in advance, just so I can to aim for that. Like, but yeah, November it's looking like, and all systems go. Really getting ready for that now.
How did that fight originally get brought up, Lee? Was it that Jamie kind of or Jamie or even Paddy reached out to you one day and was like, "Listen, there's a fight here, a great fight to make," or was it you that kind of engaged contact?
It sort of just came up. I think sort of from boxing NI, Stevie Norton, he sort of brought it up to Theo at a show after one of his fights and said about Alan Gormley fight at super featherweight Celtic title. It sort of just got through around, and then the crack were like Celtic titles on Irish fighters in these divisions at the minute. Like there isn't that many of us, so they're very easy to make, as you know. Like in terms of like
Yeah.
rankings, after a few fights, there's only two, three max fighters there. Like
Yeah.
so, it got brought up a few months ago, and then yeah, sort of just been pushing for that, and it looks like they want it as well. Like so, good fight, and hopefully end of the year, let's get it going.
I'm just looking at the rankings here on my notes. It's yourself. So it gone from one to so the top five, and the only five that's really in it is Anthony Kakachi, Fergus McCroy, Teo Allen, yourself, and then a new boy on the block who's trying out at the moment, Latif Boyer Arabi. Is that another guy that you're looking at possibly?
Yeah, you never know. Like as I said, the Irish rankings or the Celtic title rankings or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. There's not many of us, like so. Hopefully, me and Theo can get it on in November, and he could be a first title defense next year. You never know. Like I
Yeah.
think we're all at that stage now where we've had our learning fights as such, against the journeymen and all, and it's time to like step it up and have these big domestic fights, and that's why you get into boxing, and Irish fighters, like we want to test ourselves against each other, like so, yeah, why not?
Would you ever think about moving up a division, maybe even more, if there was opportunities there? Obviously.
Yeah, you never know. Like I'm super featherweight. I'm comfortable at.
Yeah.
That's my weight. I could make featherweight. It'd be a bit of it would be hard, but I could do it. Lightweight is easy work. Could easily get to lightweight very, very comfortably. But I think that's probably going for down the line when super featherweight becomes a wee bit too much. But you never know. Like there could be good fights at lightweight as well down the line.
Um, in terms of one man that's on that rankings, and I know obviously he's done amazing things so far, but just in terms of watching his fights, Anthony Kakachi, do you draw any kind of inspiration from him at all? I know obviously he's a Northern Irish man as well. Just any really inspiration? Do you watch his fights?
Yeah, yeah, 100% followed Anthony for probably his whole career really. Like he's done things the hard way, as a lot of Irish fighters have. Setbacks early in the careers, looking like things weren't going to go to plan, then he just sort of storms out of nowhere, and or not out of nowhere, but he storms up rankings, takes a big
Yeah.
fight, starts causing upsets. Like so, yeah, I think as an Irish fighter, I think we all look up to someone like Anthony, like, and yeah, he's a big inspiration, like for sure.
In terms of your last fight, did you go out looking for the knockout, Lee, or did it just kind of did it come? Like, what was the game plan in terms of your recent scrap?
Yeah, we had a game plan. Break him down. And if the finish is there, go for it. I wasn't necessarily going looking for the knockout. In particular, like, but I'm a very good body puncher, so breaking people down, like, and you'll see that over the longer rounds. Like, I knew the knockout would come eventually, and yeah, he just I broke him down to the body, halfway through the fight, and I knew it was coming. And my coach kept my coach on the night like kept saying, "Go for it, stick it on and put it on him." Like, but I'm more clinical. Like, I don't like to just go gung ho. Like, and I say, right, I've got him, I've got him. So giving it a round or so and broke him down, and the ref jumped in. Probably should have been stopped earlier. Like, I dropped him quite hard up against the ropes just shortly before that, and probably should have been called off there, like, and then he ended up busting him up as well for the stoppage, like, but yeah, just pleased to get the stoppage, fifth round, like, so yeah.
Did you hear him wincing at any of the body shots as you were going along? Like as obviously you're breaking him down, was there did you hear any wincing or any like oh you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. From like the first round, basically he was wincing from the body shots. Like sounds sadistic, like, but as a fighter, that's what you like to hear.
Yeah.
When you land a body shot, hear the air coming getting sucked out of them, like, and it's sounds sadistic, but it's a good feeling, when you're putting it on someone and you're
Yeah.
knocking the air out of them, like, and grinding them down, like, so yeah, I love going to the body, like, and as I said, probably got him out of there a bit earlier, but fifth round, it was all good.
So you're more of a body puncher than a head puncher.
Wherever the opportunity is, like, but yeah, I'm good. body punching is something I've worked on for a long, long time. Just at our gym, like it's just drilling, 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 and it's something that I've become very good at. So yeah.
I think this is one of our first interviews together. I just want to ask this question: how did you get into the professional game? Was it were you a brief amateur before, and then kind of a professional opportunity or is? But how did you get into professional boxing?
Yeah, so weirdly enough, like I never actually started boxing until I moved away from home. When I moved to Manchester, I found our gym, Elite Boxing in Bolton, and started the amateurs there. I only had about 40-ish amateur fights in a short space of time. It was in like a couple of years or so, and I lost out on time through COVID lockdown and stuff as well. I think I lost like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I actually probably would have turned over pros a bit earlier. But excuse me. But yeah, I was always like, once I got into it properly and started going for it, I realized like, I had a pro style. I wanted to go pro, but I sort of stuck around a bit longer as an amateur, fighting different styles, taking on some very, very good lads, and sort of just learning my craft really as an amateur before I turned over. And it was sort of like the perfect amount before I did. And yeah, still progress fight like.
Just switching back briefly to the Teo Allen fight. Did you and Teo have any interactions at all possible? Any messages exchanged in between? Obviously, it's all business. There's no bad blood, as you said, and and I can see that it's two sportsmen. They they want to make a career for themselves, and obviously one says yes, another says yes, and it's all business. But have you ever had any nice interactions at all whatsoever?
I don't know. I don't know too, like personally, but with what I've obviously been in boxing for work and stuff as well. Like I followed them as an amateur even. I always keep an eye on the Irish boxing scene, and I seen him coming up, coming through, and I didn't realize he actually was at my weight until the fight came up not that long ago. Like, but yeah, we've had like online interactions and stuff, wishing each other luck for fights and things like that. Like, but yeah, that's about it. As you said, bad blood, like just a good fight.
Yeah. Lee, on that note, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, Matt. Thanks very much for having me. Speak soon.